Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Tuesday afternoon, not necessarily a good one. Wet, windy, cool. But we'll talk about sunshine's return.
Plus, senseless violence. A 7-year-old girl shot in the neck while she slept overnight in Detroit, and now police are searching for the gunman. And deadly crash, a search for answers underway as one man is in custody and another man is dead, all on Detroit's west side. And that is where we start our news at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Evrod Cassimy. After a shooting about 1.5 miles away from the crash scene on Schaefer and the I-96 service drive, this is video from the scene earlier today. That's where we find Local 4's Coco McAvoy for us this afternoon. She's joining us live right now. Coco, how is this shooting connected to the crash?
Evrod, police say they were looking for a 34-year-old man who fired shots into a home on Northland. That man then ended up running the red light here at Schaefer and 96 Service Drive, and he crashed into another car, and he killed the man inside of that vehicle who had absolutely nothing to do with this. And we spoke to a man who witnessed the horrible crash.
But you knew it was somebody in that car. And that point right there, you instantly start crying.
Marcus Preston couldn't believe what he was seeing and says the suspect was driving so fast.
He should have been on the racetrack.
This all started on North Lawn Street. Police say the 34-year-old suspect fired shots at a relative there. Officers went to the house.
It was a short pursuit that ended up going westbound on the Jeffries Freeway. Due to his speed, the units lost him in the vicinity of westbound 96 at Southfield.
But then a different group of officers saw the suspect and followed him here to Schaefer and 96. The suspect ran the red light and crashed into a car, killing a man who had nothing to do with any of this.
It was almost surreal. It was almost like you couldn't believe what you see.
The suspect was taken into custody, and as police continue to investigate, Preston keeps thinking about the innocent man killed and his family.
And I really feel sorry for his family, because his family right now living a normal life, because they think he at work. They think he at work making money to bring home a paycheck.
And police say they did not have their lights activated when they were behind the suspect, so they're not even sure that the man knew that police were following him. So they're still trying to figure out why he decided to run this red light here, and that's all still under investigation. Reporting live this afternoon, I'm Coco McAvoy, Local 4.
All righty, Coco, thank you for the update. The hunt for a gunman who fired shots into a house and hit a 7-year-old girl in the neck is underway here in Detroit. This all happened on the city's west side on Monterey near Lawton just last night around 11:15. Let's get out to our Jason Colthorpe, who's joining us live now from Children's Hospital. Jason, that is where the little girl is this afternoon. Any change in her condition?
I talked to a police source earlier today who said that she has made a little bit of improvement. But as of right now, her condition has not officially been upgraded from critical after being shot in the neck. Take a look at some video from the family's home on Monterey. You can clearly see that bullet hole through the front window there. Police say she was sleeping on the couch with her grandmother when the shots rang out last night around 11:15. Police say they do have a suspect in this case. He's still on the loose. And they also say this guy threatened to shoot the home up before it happened. Now, back out here live, it's still an active investigation, obviously, so police being pretty tight-lipped about that, but I can confirm the story you just talked about, that crash that involved someone firing shots before that, is not related to this case. There was some talk that could involve the suspect. Police say 2 separate things there, but we are going to be following this throughout the rest of the day, and we'll have an update at 5 o'clock. Evrod?
All righty, Jason, we do hope that that little girl's condition can be upgraded soon. The future now still unclear, though, for a Detroit police officer who was critically injured in a shooting late Sunday night. That officer, still unnamed, is a 14-year veteran of the police force and was investigating a domestic dispute on Detroit's west side when a man not involved in that dispute fired on the officer, hitting him in the head. The injured officer and his partner fired on that gunman, who you just saw pictured there, and killed him. The injured officer has had 2 brain surgeries and sadly might need more. Well, right now we do have an update for you this afternoon. A man has been charged in connection with 2 bank robberies. 45-year-old Orlando Allen, who's pictured here, was charged with 2 counts of bank robbery this morning after he allegedly robbed banks in Troy and Warren last month. Allen was previously locked up for armed robbery in 2010 before being released last year. Right now, we want to bring in meteorologist Brandon Rue, turning our attention to the forecast. Kind of had a little bit of a wet, nasty start to the morning.
And it just hasn't stopped. I mean, it was actually warmer when we started on the air. Local 4 News today at 5, 6 o'clock this morning. Temperatures were falling and now starting to stabilize a little bit. Notice in our west zone out in Howell and then up into the Flint area, still around 44, 45 degrees. Same deal with Pontiac and Lapeer. We do have some middle and upper 40s. Yay! On the east side. 49 in Mount Clemens. The wind is a big story today. These are actual wind gusts. The winds are blowing anywhere between 15 and 30 miles an hour. But notice some of these gusts. Ann Arbor, a 36-mile-an-hour gust from the southwest. And this is capable of knocking over a garbage can or maybe a potted plants in the front yard. We have winds that could gust upwards of 40 miles an hour at times this afternoon. Temperatures are going to struggle to get out of these upper 40s with the clouds and the wind sticking around through the afternoon, but we go to 47 degrees now, 49 degrees at 2 p.m. Light showers also in the mix, topping off in the 50s at best. We'll take a closer look at this radar, Evrod, and track some of these showers coming your way coming up.
Thank you, Brandon. Right now we want to get to breaking news that we're following from France. That's where 5 suspected terrorists have been arrested across 3 different cities, in fact. Meanwhile, the U.S. State Department has issued a travel alert for all of Europe, highlighting previous terror threats during summer months. We're also following breaking news from South Carolina. That is where a former police officer is expected to plead guilty in connection with the shooting of an unarmed man. Michael Slager shot and killed 50-year-old Walter Scott 2 years ago for stopping him for a broken taillight. Slager is expected to plead guilty this afternoon, although it's unclear what charges he'll plead guilty to. As 3 people face federal charges now for performing a female genital mutilation procedure in the Detroit area, the state could move soon to outlaw this act. The Michigan Senate Judiciary Committee starts hearings today on a pair of bills to ban female genital mutilation. The act would be considered a felony, punishable by up to 15 years in prison. At least 24 other states do ban this procedure. President Donald Trump now does not like the way U.S. Senate rules allow a minority to block or force changes on legislative proposals from the White House. So he wants to change the rules, even if it means a government shutdown. Democrats forced compromises in a short-term budget plan approved last week. Now in a Twitter message, the president says the country needs, quote, a good shutdown in September to fix a mess in the Senate. The president says unless more Republicans are added to the Senate in next year's election, he wants rules changed so a simple majority of 51 votes would be enough to pass his proposals. The foreign ministry in China is calling on the United States and North Korea to establish diplomatic contacts to defuse tensions on the Korean Peninsula. The U.S. has sent bombers over the region in a military exercise with South Korea. It has also activated a new anti-missile system in the south. North Korea says the act is pushing the region to the brink of nuclear war. Detroit's Big Three now announced their auto sales for the month of April, and all 3 had slight declines from last year. Ford had the biggest decline of the 3 companies, with sales dropping 7.2%. Fiat Chrysler not too far behind that, reporting a 7% decrease, while General Motors was the closest to breaking even of the Big Three, with the company's sales dropping just 6%. All right, still to come here at noon. Local connection. An FBI agent goes rogue in what sounds like the plot of a movie. We'll tell you how she is connected to Detroit. Plus, mysterious disappearances, people vanishing in Russia. Find out why some believe Vladimir Putin is involved when we come back.
Hey, I want you to take a look at this. The goats have barely been here for a few moments and they're already hard at work. We've been following these goats as they clear invasive plant species on the Pollyann Trail. Today, DNR will be here to take a look at their progress. Today at 4, we'll let you know whether or not this goat experiment works and whether or not it could possibly even work for you.
Welcome back. Russian President Vladimir Putin denies Russia had even ever interfered with the domestic politics of other countries. This all comes after a months-long investigation involving Russia's alleged ties to last November's presidential election. Meanwhile, Putin remains under fire in his own country as dozens of prominent Russians have been mysteriously killed in the past 3 years. Since the start of 2014, 38 unexplained Russian deaths have been questioned specifically for their ties to the government. Now, of those 38 killed, 10 were open critics of Vladimir Putin, 7 were Democrats, and 6 were trying to expose corruption. Now, it sounds like something made up in a movie, but nearly 3 years after the fact, we're learning about a rogue FBI agent based in Detroit for some time that married an ISIS terrorist. According to CNN, former FBI agent Daniela Green left her family in 2014 to travel to Syria and marry known terrorist Dennis Cuthbert. Green was used as a translator at the Detroit field office while investigating Cuthbert, who was calling on his followers to attack.
He is calling upon his followers to commit attacks inside Europe. He says, I quote, "Europe is a new battleground." He says, go and slaughter them, ambush them, shed their blood, take hostages, kill them.
Green returned to the States a few weeks after the marriage and was arrested. She pled guilty to lying about terrorism and was sentenced to 2 years in prison. The CEO of United Airlines told Congress today that the airline is changing its ways and will not repeat the incident where a doctor was dragged off of a plane for refusing to give up his seat to a crew member.
The reason I'm sitting here today is because on April 9th, we had a serious breach of public trust. I'd like to again apologize to Dr. Dow, to his family, to every person on that flight 3411, and of course to all our customers and employees worldwide.
The airline did reach a settlement with the doctor, Dr. Dow, as you just heard the apology there. The doctor, he was removed from the flight, and details of that settlement have not yet been released. So to come here at noon, it might only be May 2nd, but that doesn't stop you from celebrating or getting ready to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. So still ahead for Tasty Tuesday, we're taking you to a fresh, festive Mexican spot that's serving up drinks and food just as good. Right, Brandon?
It is The Orchard. It's a clue for you. Hard to imagine talking about 3 things, cool, wet, and windy today, but how about 2 things coming soon, sunny and 60 next.
They're fighting crime up in the air.
We are merely a patrol car in the sky with a much different vantage point.
From car chases to bank robberies to domestic violence calls.
Radio Air One's with a chase.
These officers are chasing the bad guys and keeping you safe. I'll take you along for the ride tonight at 11.
Done. 12:18 on a Tuesday afternoon. If you haven't eaten lunch, stand by, or dinner. We've got something for you here on a Tasty Tuesday. Whew, doesn't look great out there. 47 degrees, some spotty showers around the area. It's liquid, not frozen. Snow way up north, but here we just have 47 with a west-southwest wind at 22, so it still feels like, May 2nd, we're talking about wind chills in the upper 30s. No thanks. Well, tomorrow will be better. In the meantime, today we have to worry about some of these gusts. It's not overwhelming. It's not likely going to knock anybody's power out, but some of these gusts, occasional burst of wind capable of knocking over the garbage cans or maybe a planter out front, so we need to watch out for that. 36-mile-an-hour wind gust from the west-southwest from Lenawee County up into Washtenaw County, 30-plus gust up in Livingston County, and we're all basically in that same neighborhood. The winds go from windy to more breezy but chilly tonight at the ball game. Upper to middle 40s, feeling much cooler than this, and not a terrible idea to bring that slicker or maybe an umbrella for the first inning or so. We could have some spotty showers lingering, but not wet during most of the game, and any of the wet weather we've had today has been on the lighter side, which is some good news? I don't know. 52 degrees at best. Again, we're 47 now, and we've been struggling to get there, so we may not hit that 52 today based on the cloud cover and some more rain showers. 39 degrees overnight. We will eventually start to clear things out, and that is a cool number. No frost in the forecast, so that is good news, but it is cool. Up in Lapeer County, I-69, it's wet. Northern Oakland County, that same cluster of showers. And then over in Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, coming out of Hastings, that's some more wet weather that is streaming across. Washtenaw and Wayne County, very, very light stuff, and it doesn't look overwhelming here. Again, any shower chances will be minimized. That cold front will sweep through and clear us out tonight. Tomorrow we'll hit 60 degrees. But by, I think, between 10 a.m. and noon on Thursday, the rain comes back, and it could be heavy throughout the afternoon and evening hours on Thursday, and it'll hamper temperatures a little bit, back down into the lower 50s, spotty showers Friday, Saturday. All right, we are celebrating Cinco de Mayo a little bit early. Tasty Tuesday introducing you to Huerto, where even picky eaters can find comida deliciosa. Just ahead of Cinco de Mayo, the staff at Huerto Restaurant and Tequila Bar is getting ready. Now in its 4th year, the West Bloomfield hotspot has made a name for itself, specializing in signature Mexican and American flavored dishes made from ingredients right here in Metro Detroit.
We get a lot of our food products from Eastern Market. We always try to source local when we're able to, because we're committed to community.
And speaking of community, even the name pays tribute to the neighborhood. Huerto is Spanish for orchard. The restaurant located at Orchard Lake and Maple, so stop in for their famous fajitas on a sizzling plate.
We have the best fajitas in town, no question about it.
Or try their fresh and handmade guacamole. It's perfect for chips, but also comes inside Evrod's favorite, the wet super burrito.
Well, we really wanted to brand ourselves on a tequila bar, so you can't be a tequila bar and have 6 tequilas.
So instead, Huerto Restaurant and Tequila Bar prides itself on its 100 tequilas. You can sample them in a tequila flight or in one of their many mojitos or margaritas. Huerto is offering $2 tacos, $2 Coronas all day. When you mention Tasty Tuesday, the restaurant is in West Bloomfield, Orchard Lake, and Maple. Friday, Cinco de Mayo, Evrod, they're having more specials.
Oh, they certainly are, and I will definitely be there. Make sure when you go, you tell them Brandon and Evrod sent you. All right, still to come here on Local 4 News at noon, this amazing rescue. A bird gets a second chance at life, and it was all caught on video. We're going to have that for you coming up next.
Replays.
All right, everybody, finally here at noon, a man being called a hero after bringing a bird back to life using CPR.
Like mouth to beak.
Pretty much.
The video going viral with more than 7,000 views on YouTube alone. The man you see was driving when he saw this Australian kookaburra hit a glass wall. The bird then landed in a swimming pool where it drowned, but the man jumped into action. At one point, he attempts to revive the bird using, again, mouth to mouth, that's what the script says, resuscitation, and that helped. The man then used a compressor and pumped air into the bird, who then sprung back to life.
Interesting, right?
Man.
This is fascinating.
Why wouldn't it work, right?
I know. I mean, if it works on people, why wouldn't it work on animals?
Yeah,
you know?
We've seen the story of some flooding down in Texas that overturned a car, and folks were there to give mouth-to-mouth to the 2 kids in the back seat that were having trouble there. So, yeah.
Mouth-to-mouth, mouth-to-beak, mouth-to-snout. Whatever it takes.
It works.
And you saw him doing the compressions as well. So.
Just a reminder, too, to why not learn how to do it properly? We've had somebody in here to teach us.
I'm here to train it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a great day, everybody. We hope you stay dry, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Just got to find a beak.